like a phone call. Remember the old days? It used to come in 15 seconds.
My coughing is slowly abating after.
No, that's
whatever it is, the whole country kids are sick. My cousin in Seattle is sick.
To the 76 Midwest Clinic. Never go. When I'm 50 years, I want to try a new slide. I don't know that I want to pay $75 just for the, because that's all I have to do.
Yeah, no, that's like right after the clinic is when they do two-person.
There's a lot of people working on it.
Yep.
No, auditioning a new conductor.
Oh, yeah.
He conducted 3 rehearsals and 2 concerts, the first of which was yesterday. He's very good. I don't know a lot about him. I think he's Brian Polachek. You ever heard of something called Merritt School of Music? I don't know anything about it, but he's very highly involved in it. It's a very good place. Yeah, he's a very good teacher.
Say, okay, who's going out with us?
He's a good teacher. A group like more diversity, he started groups in South Side, various levels. He also taught Spanish.
You want to play it without jackets? Fine. I will go to you, that's fine. Kind of hot. I should just lift.
These people out here never work in their life.
Anybody who's got a cell phone, turn it off, put it on silent, put it on airplane, whatever.
Yeah, good idea. You're getting spam calls all day too. I put it on silent, but I'm gonna turn it off.
Along with the cat. Along with the cat.
See, I have something called emergency bypass. You can use my silent. Certain people in the program that still wins.
Depending on the cat.
I haven't turned the phone off in such a long time.
She got 3 hairs on her feet. I was sitting there through the night.
Hey, Ben, you got time for a quick bite after this?
I don't. Steve was there.
I'm sorry?
Steve might. Steve.
Oh, Steve might.
Yeah.
I asked him and he said, well, I gotta talk to him.
Yeah, I have to run.
So our conductor candidate had
I'm playing without jackets, so take the jackets off.
one person said the thing, 2 days, we're getting pushback.
I'll ruin the audience a little.
Yes, he's totally involved. So we want to try to next year. So he wants to audition. I said, you're not going to 3 years. We know you. You don't know how to choose.
Yeah.
So when we go from the first to the second part, we play this second time and then go, or we go right from here?
Yeah, you play this a second.
Hi, this mic will pick you up. It's made for violin.
Perfect.
Where you're at. It was used for the Penderecki Quartet.
Sounds amazing.
Chip,
Yeah.
chip.
Thank you so much.
Raise it up.
That's it.
Okay, so.
Actually, probably this is the best.
And use it. Here. Like so.
There's a Sarah here.
Sarah's around somewhere.
Sarah's a singer.
Alex is there. Okay, Alex.
Yeah, Alex is our conductor.
So when I go here,
I'm out.
Yeah, I think I've seen
when I go here, it seems like it doesn't cover the holes properly and I'm getting a leak. This one and this one.
Diesel one and diesel one? Here and these two?
In this. Now, if I move my finger around, it seems to cover the hole better. I don't think my fingers are getting smaller.
I don't want to blow it. It feels okay. The question is this?
When fingers looked at it and taken care of it, and I didn't have a problem yesterday.
Sometimes you can, it might be just check your fingers. Sometimes you have to, sometimes it's just like move there and you can change. And when it changes, you don't realize it.
When you play this stuff, you don't really have much time to change.
But we are professionals, so.
You really have to have a microphone.
Mother of make your
We had a guy yesterday questioned why we had to let it start. He says, I'm not against it politically. I said, but this is not a civil concert. I said, listen, we need the time. So is this, I got a different playlist than you.
This is the one that I was given today.
You know what, you're right. This is the old one.
So you remember what the intro is in here. You're going to hear Alex go, ya da 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 dee, right? And then you're going to start, and then we're doing it. He's playing that first, and you're starting, and then we're doing this. That's it. That's what I have down. And then you do it again, second time, and then we're going to do this again, ya da 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 da, and then I'm just resolving it on the game. It doesn't mean anything for you. You're just going dee da 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 da. That's it.
And you guys will finish.
Yeah. To get a song sheet.
She's gonna do an intro. She's just speaking it.
Anyone who is still in the social hall, please come into the sanctuary. We're getting ready to begin the program.
I've been going to
Back in the back corner. Yeah.
in our show.
Yeah. He was doing he was benching. He was one benching. Yeah.
So that's okay. I can just say
Once is enough. I don't have a watch.
Break away, guys.
Rick Reed.
Break a reed.
bell, and the bell faces forward, but the tubing and everything sits on the floor, so it's an inverted L.
okay, so we are going to begin now our Zoom is all set up for our members who are at home. So there are many people to introduce today in the performance. So I'm going to make short introductions. First, the Maxwell Street duet, Alex Kaufman and Gail Mangerton. Alex was trained classically in Minsk, Belarus. He has become the Maxwell Street musical director since 1990. He is featured on 4 of the band's CDs and appeared with this band in Carnegie Hall and Lincoln Center. He also had many solo appearances in the Chicago Cultural Center, the Chicago Symphony Center, in Chicago world premiere Klezmer Opera, in the Die Book, in DePaul Theater School, and in Litvak Klezmer Festival. He plays a variety of styles, including jazz and pop music, and he also mentors young musicians in the Junior Klezmer Orchestra. Gail Mangerton is the Maxwell Street Klezmer Band pianist since the 1990s. She has written and performed several shows with the band, including the Jewish Songbirds of Tin Pan Alley. She has played on 4 Maxwell Street albums and has toured with the band in Europe and played in Carnegie Hall. Now, the Wilmetzky Orchestra was formed in 2015 at Beth Hillel B'nai Amuna by its cantor Pavel Breitman. The musicians, all non-professional, were originally made up of all BHBE congregants, but now draws from the surrounding community as well. They are mentored by members of the famous Maxwell Street Klezmer Band in conjunction with the Klezmer Music Foundation and are led by Maxwell Street's violinist, Alex Kaufman. Their vocalist is Sarah Appel, who has organized the program for today. And the musicians today are Katie Rubenstein on accordion, Gary Rubin on clarinet, Steve Goldman on clarinet, Howard Goldfein on trombone, David Lethen on trumpet, David Mork on tuba, Diane Goldman on violin, and Sarah Appel, vocalist and percussion. Enjoy the program.
Welcome to the Hanukkah program. I hope you have your song sheets. Were there song sheets handed out? Okay, so while the song sheets are being handed out, we're going to start with a band number, a klezmer number, which is a couple of freilachs. Freilach means happy. So this is happy music to get us all in the mood for a joyous celebration of Hanukkah.
One, two, three,
We'll now start the sing-along part of the program, so take your song sheets. The first song is O Hanukkah, O Hanukkah, which we'll sing in English. Many of you will know this familiar song. And then I'm going to sing a couple of verses in Yiddish for you. And if anybody knows it, please sing along. Otherwise, just hum along with me, since you know the melody. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. When for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oi Hanukkah, Yom Tifashene, lustige, freiliche, netonnige Sehne. Alle Nacken Dreidlack spielen mehr, so der Käselat geessen an der Schier. Geschwinde sind Kinder, die Hanukkah legt an. Lummer alle singen und Lummer alle springen und Lummer alle tanzen in Korn. Lummer alle singen und Lummer alle springen und Lummer alle tanzen in Korn. Jehoda hat vertrieben dem Säune dem Rozeach, in hat in Beis Hamidash gesungen Lamnezea. Die Stadt Jerusalem jeder aufgelebt, und so ein neuem Leben hat jeder gestrebt. Der Rieber, dem Gieber, Jehoda Hamakabi Leutoi. So jeder besonder besingen dem Wunder, oben das Volk so treu. So jeder besonder besingen dem Wunder, wir oben das Volk so treu.
Okay, next composition is in style of Bulgar.
Bulgar is a traditional traditional rhythm, I would say, for the dancing, for Jewish celebrations. So we have Freilichs and we have Bulgar. Obviously, you hear that it probably comes from the Baltic countries. It's true. So the specific thing about the Bulgar style is that Havanagila written behind it. If you could hear two, 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 that's a Bulgar. Okay, so there are, of course, there's some music that is traditional music. It was written many, many years ago. It was folk music, and it was passed from generation to generation in the family traditions. However, afterwards, a little bit later, people start picking it up, and especially in the 70s, with the new revival of the klezmer music, 1970s. We have some new composing in that style. So this, I'm going to play one of these compositions that is in style of Bulgar. It's called Kaliski Bulgar. Kaliski was, I think, Adam Kaliski who wrote it in the 70s, 1970s.
Now we have what's perhaps the most well-known Hanukkah song, Ma'ot Zur, Rock of Ages. And we're going to sing it in Hebrew first, and then we're going to sing it in English. So please join me. Ma'ot Zur Yeshuati, Lechana Elishabeach, Tikon Beit Tefilati, V'sham Tada Nizabeach, Leitakin Matbeach, Mitzar Hamnabeach, Azegmor, Bashir Mizmor, Hanukat Hamizbeach, Azegmor, Bashir Mizmor, Hanukat Hamizbeach, Rock of Ages, let our song praise thy saving power. Thou amidst the raging foe wast our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but thine arm availed us, and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us. Now another klezmer tune, A Glass of Wine. A Glass of Wine. our next sing-along song is two little dreidel songs. You may sing them with your children or your grandchildren. And the first is I Have a Little Dreidel in English, and the second is a Hebrew song. Dreidel in Hebrew is Sivivon. Sivivon, sov, sov, sov. Dreidel, spin, spin, spin. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel, I will play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. Oh dreidel, 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 oh dreidel, I shall play. It has a lovely body with legs so short and thin, and when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh dreidel, 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 with legs so short and thin. Oh dreidel, 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 it drops and then I win. Sivivon, so, 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 Hanukkah, ho-ha-to, Hanukkah, ho-ha-to, Sivivon, so, 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 Hak-simcha, hula-am, Nes gadol hayasham, Nes gadol hayasham, Hak-simcha, hula-am, Sivivon, so, 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 Hanukkah, ho-ha-to, Hanukkah, ho-ha-to, Sivivon, so, 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 Hak-simcha, hula-am, Nes gadol hayam sham, Nes gadol hayam sham, simcha, hula-am. Nes gadol hayasham, a great miracle happened there.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now a klezmer song, Night in the Garden of Eden.
The next composition we're going to play is based actually on this song. So the songs were sang much later. The klezmer music didn't have any singing before. If we're going back to the beginning of it. The singing came a little bit later and became very popular. And the songs were telling the truth. There were some of them that were very nice about love. Some of them were about just the regular things in life, like something happened in the kitchen, varnichkas, whatever, something about marriage, but some of them were pretty dirty too. It's funny. So the song is that we're going to play the song is actually the melody we're going to play based on the song that has some funny words, and I wouldn't want to even translate it. But basically, there are two thieves are trying to figure out who is more important to this world, and whose heritage is presented better, and they start accusing each other with some interesting words. So, but we made a little competition between them, a little thief and a big thief, and then eventually they started dancing. And so we're presenting to you a medley that is called Yichus medley. Yichus means the lineage.
Wow, that was a great one. Now, for our next Hanukkah song, Mi Yemalel, Who Can Retell? Please join me. Mi Yemalel Kovrot Yisrael Otan Mi Yimne En Bekodor Bekum Hagibor Goel Ha'am Mi Yemalel Kovrot Yisrael Otan Mi Yimne En Bekodor Yakum Hagibor Goel Ha'am Shma Bayamim Hahem Bazman Hazlan Makabi Moshiach Ufada Uvyamenu Kolam Yisrael Yetached Yakum Lehigael. Now we'll sing it in English. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Shema. In days of yore, Maccabees the temple did restore, and today our people as we dream will arise, unite, and be redeemed. Here's another Freilach. Freilach von der Chuppah. Freilach for the Chuppah. times. One time. So now we're going to take a little change of pace. This is a Mautzur that was written to a melody sung by the Jews of Venice in the 1700s and was transcribed by a non-Jewish, very famous Italian composer named Benedetto Marcello. And it's a very beautiful melody, quite different than the other melodies we've been playing for you today. So I hope you enjoy it. And it will be done by Gail and Alex and myself. Mautzur Yeshuati lehanae lishabeach tikon beit tefilati lesham toda nizabeach leitagin matbeach mitzarha menabeach azegmar bashir mizmor hanukkah Now the Maxwell Street Duo will play us another duet.
Okay, so we're going to play something that is not typically klezmer, but actually I'm going to tell you something important. Throughout the centuries, throughout the history of klezmer music existing, musicians, the klezmorim, would go and play the music that would be popular in the regions where they were born or crossing the borders of the other region, right? So if they crossed the border of Ukraine, they would pick up something Ukrainian. If they crossed the border of Austria, probably something from Austria, maybe some waltzes. If they're crossing something with border with Poland, maybe some oberek or mazurka, and so on and so on. And so they're also mingling a lot with the gypsies because they were more or less alike and they were very high quality. So what I'm trying to say is that we're going to play something that is more out of the repertoire of Gypsy Hungarian repertoire. It's a czardas, it's a dance, and that's why we're bringing it. It's just to make it a little bit variety of what klezmer could actually could be, and what klezmer actually could also incorporate. So here it is, czardas by Monty.
Okay, should we do Ocho? Or do you want to do the Fela? Okay, so our last song will be Ocho Candeliques, and this is a Ladino song sung in the Judeo-Spanish language of the Sephardic Jews, which they carried from Spain when they left to many other parts of Europe. And the lady that wrote this song is named Flori Jagoda. She wrote it, it's a more contemporary song, and she wrote this song in reminiscence of the Hanukkah parties that they would have in the Sephardic Jewish community in Bosnia, where she grew up. And not only would they have parties for Hanukkah, they would eat little pastries made with almonds and honey, and they would do matchmaking of their children. So this is a song from reminiscence of the matchmaking Hanukkah parties that she grew up with. Ocho Candeliques. So if you know Spanish, you're going to be right on board with this because most of the words are like Spanish. And we're going to start out, it's Ocho Candeliques, 8 candles, and we're going to start out by counting the candles. Una candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, ocho candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, ocho candelas para mí. Una candelicas, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Muchas fiestas voy a hacer, con alegrías y placer. Muchas fiestas voy a hacer, con alegrías y placer. Oh, come on now. Una candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Los pastelicos voy a comer con almendricas y la miel. Una candelicas, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. ¡Olé!
Yay! Let's all stand up. 1, 2, 3, go. All right.
The other one.
Okay, I want to thank the performers so much for a truly outstanding performance, introducing us to some some melodies and songs from other traditions that we may not be accustomed to, as well as old-time Hanukkah favorites. You truly got us into the Hanukkah mode, and I thank you so much for that. One more special thank you. I did thank this person before, but he may not have heard me, to Lee Levin, our outstanding Zoom maven. Not only did he set up the technology for all of our performers here, but he also is our Zoom maven, and that entitled people who couldn't be here today to watch this performance on their screens. So, and also, thank you to all of you for coming today. I believe our synagogue gift shop is still open, if you'd like to make some final purchases. Thank you. This was really wonderful. Thank you all so much again.
Pleasure. Sounded great, guys.
Oh, really? You were wonderful.